I'll tell you the story. Hopefully, it depends how it gets published. It might piss a bunch of people off, but I really was just going to go to Michigan, University of Michigan. That's where I was going to end up, and I went down there and met with the coach. Dan Stevenson wanted to go to Michigan as well, and Coach Gus Stager at the time had only 1.5 scholarships to go. So I think we both wanted to go there. He was going to give us each, I think, 3 quarters, and we confirmed that with him. We chat with him later on. And then that's the only reason I started looking at any other schools at all, because I didn't, want to go to a 3/4 scholarship and then have to get a job to pay for for my school. So that's when I started looking around at other schools. I considered Indiana for a short period of time because Doc Councilman was there, but he was pretty aged at the time, and I was afraid that he wouldn't be there for the full 4 years. So I put that one back. The way I ended up at Ohio State was I came home from my visit at Ohio State, and my mom was on the phone in tears. And I asked my dad what was wrong, and he said that the Michigan coach was upset with her because they even allowed me to go to Ohio State to visit. And I grabbed the phone at that point in time and said, I'll see you in Big Tens. And that was a quick emotional decision to go to Ohio State at that point in time.
Tell me about your career there.
My career there, when I was recruited by John Bruce after I signed, and we had a big recruiting class there. At that point in time, I think Ohio State was 10 out of the 10 schools. And there actually was 10 schools back then, not the 16 that they have now or whatever. We had a great recruiting class, and I think we jumped from 10th to in the top 4 for every year that our recruiting class was there. And one year we actually got second, and as a team, just a great group of guys that swam there. We had a lot of fun, and we also worked very hard. I then focused a little bit more on just the butterfly and freestyle once I got there, because we had very good specialists and other stuff. And was blessed that I got to get a full scholarship for all 4 years, and blessed that swimming got me to travel around the country as much as it did. Coming from the small high school that I started as a freshman.
So, 1975, this is right in the middle of the 10-year war between Woody and Bo. I don't need to be told about what the relationship between Michigan and Ohio State was in the mid-70s. How did this go? And you shared with your family and friends and classmates that you were headed to Columbus.
It was so shocking to a lot of people. Like I said, it was an emotional decision that was made very quickly, and I'm unhappy that I made that decision. But I remember the first time that I came back from Ohio State, and I had the Ohio State sticker on my car, and this is my parents. My dad said, "Hey, that's a nice car." Again, he asked me for the keys. He drove it into the garage and shut the garage door and said, "Okay, that car stays there until until you head back to Columbus." He didn't want to see people have the Ohio State emblem on the back of my car. So, other than that,
I can't imagine making that decision.
My parents did become Ohio State fans probably halfway through my sophomore year. And it took me a little while to be not a non-Michigan fan. And today, Michigan is my second best college sports school, even though I went to Ohio State. So I root for Michigan and Ohio State. That's how screwed up I am until they play each other, and then I root for Ohio State.